Question 1. Scenario. Cyber liability insurance. A small business experiences a data breach exposing customer credit card information. Which of the following coverages under a cyber liability policy is most applicable? A. Business interruption coverage. B. Data loss and restoration coverage. C. Notification and credit monitoring expenses. D. Physical damage to equipment. Answer: C. Notification and credit monitoring expenses. Explanation: cyber liability policies typically cover costs related to notifying affected parties and providing credit monitoring services after a data breach. Data loss restoration B and business interruption may apply, but C is directly related to customer protection. Question 2. Scenario. Cyber liability insurance. Leela owns an e-commerce business and purchases a cyber liability insurance policy. After a cyber attack, customer data is stolen and she incurs costs for notifying affected customers, providing credit monitoring, and defending against a class action lawsuit. Which coverage S in her cyber liability policy would typically respond to these costs? A. Only first-party coverage. B. Only third-party coverage. C. Both first-party and third-party coverage. D. Neither first-party nor third-party coverage. Answer: C. Both first-party and third-party coverage. Explanation: first-party coverage addresses the insured's direct costs, such as notification expenses, credit monitoring, and data recovery. Third-party coverage covers liabilities to others, such as legal defense costs and settlements for lawsuits arising from the data breach. The correct answer is C, because both types of coverage are designed to address these distinct yet complementary risks. Cyber liability insurance is increasingly critical for businesses handling sensitive customer data, particularly given state-specific regulations regarding data breach notifications. Question 3. Topic: workers' compensation insurance. Under Michigan workers' compensation laws, which of the following scenarios is typically not covered by workers' compensation insurance? A. An employee injured while performing work duties at a job site. B. An employee who develops a repetitive stress injury due to work-related tasks. C. An employee injured while commuting to work in their personal vehicle. D. An employee who contracts an occupational disease from work exposure. Answer: C. An employee injured while commuting to work in their personal vehicle. Explanation: workers' compensation insurance generally does not cover injuries sustained during an employee's commute, as this is considered outside the scope of employment. Exceptions may apply if the employee was performing a work-related task during the commute. Michigan law ensures coverage for injuries that occur during employment or arise out of job duties, including occupational diseases and repetitive stress injuries. Understanding the exclusions is vital for both employers and employees. Question 4. Topic: commercial general liability CGL insurance. Under coverage A. A commercial general liability CGL policy. Which of the following situations would most likely be excluded from coverage? A. A customer slips and falls in a store, sustaining injuries. B. The insured intentionally damages a competitor's property. C. A third party suffers property damage due to defective products sold by the insured. D. A subcontractor causes property damage while performing contracted work. Answer: B. The insured intentionally damages a competitor's property. Explanation: coverage provides protection for bodily injury or property damage arising from accidental occurrences. Intentional acts are explicitly excluded under standard CGL policies because they do not meet the definition of an occurrence as an accidental event. Situations like A, C, and D are typically covered unless specific exclusions apply. Question 5. Scenario. Flood insurance. Jack operates a small business in Michigan and recently purchased flood insurance through the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP). After a heavy rainstorm, his basement floods, damaging equipment and inventory. He files a claim but is denied coverage. Why was his claim likely denied? A. The flood damage occurred in a basement, which NFIP policies do not cover. B. Jack's policy had not been in effect for 30 days before the flood. C. Flooding caused by heavy rain is not covered under NFIP policies. D. Jack failed to report the flood within the required time frame. Answer: A. The flood damage occurred in a basement, which NFIP policies do not cover. Explanation: under the NFIP, coverage for basements is limited. Items such as personal property, finished walls, and flooring located in a basement are generally excluded, while delays in policy activation, option B, or reporting requirements, option D, may affect coverage. Basement exclusions are the primary reason for denial in this scenario. Question 6. Topic: Commercial auto insurance. A trucking company purchases a commercial auto policy, which symbol designation would provide the broadest coverage for liability insurance. A symbol 7. Specifically described autos. B symbol 8. Hired autos only. C symbol 1. Any auto. D symbol 9. Non-owned autos only. Answer C symbol 1. Any auto. Explanation. Symbol 1 extends liability coverage to any auto including owned, hired, and non-owned vehicles. This provides the broadest possible liability protection. Symbols 7, 8, and 9 provide more restrictive coverage, focusing on specific categories of vehicles. Question 7. Topic: Workers' compensation insurance. Which of the following injuries would not typically be covered under Michigan workers' compensation laws? They: an employee injured while taking an unsanctioned break off the employer's premises. B. An employee who develops a back injury from repeated lifting at work. C. An employee injured by malfunctioning equipment while performing duties. D. An employee contracting an illness due to workplace chemical exposure. Answer: A. An employee injured while taking an unsanctioned break off the employer's premises. Explanation: Workers' compensation typically covers injuries arising out of and in the course of employment. Injuries sustained during activities outside the scope of employment, such as unauthorized breaks off premises, are generally excluded. Scenarios involving work-related tasks B, C, D are covered. Question 8. Scenario: Commercial Inland Marine Insurance. Marie owns a construction company and insures her equipment under a contractor's equipment floater. During a project, her equipment is stolen from an unsecured site. Will her policy cover the loss? A. Yes, the policy covers all equipment losses regardless of location. B. Yes, but only if the equipment was secured and proper precautions were taken. C. No, inland marine insurance does not cover theft. D. No, equipment stolen from an unsecured site is not covered. Answer: B. Yes, but only if the equipment was secured and proper precautions were taken. Explanation: Contractors' equipment floaters typically provide coverage for theft. However, policy terms often require reasonable precautions, such as securing equipment. Insurers may deny claims if the loss results from negligence, such as failing to secure the site. Question 9. Topic: Excess and umbrella liability insurance. How does an umbrella liability policy differ from an excess liability policy? A. An umbrella policy provides broader coverage, including risks not covered by underlying policies. B. An umbrella policy only applies after the exhaustion of specific primary policies. C. An excess liability policy provides coverage for risks excluded by the primary policy. D. Excess liability policies are always more comprehensive than umbrella policies. Answer: A. An umbrella policy provides broader coverage, including risks not covered by underlying policies. Explanation: Umbrella policies offer both excess coverage above underlying limits and additional protection for risks not covered by the primary policy subject to a self-insured retention. Excess policies, in contrast, only provide additional limits for existing coverages. Question 10. Topic: Ethical and legal considerations. An agent intentionally misrepresents a policy to secure a sale. Under Michigan insurance regulations, this practice is classified as A. Churning, B. Twisting, C. Fraud, D. Unfair trade practice. Answer: D. Unfair trade practice. Explanation: Misrepresentation falls under unfair trade practices according to Michigan insurance laws, while twisting, B, refers to inducing a policyholder to replace an existing policy through deception, and fraud, C, involves intentional deceit for unlawful gain. Unfair trade practices broadly encompass unethical acts, including misrepresentation. Question 11. Topic: Commercial crime insurance. Which of the following is covered under an employee theft insuring agreement? A. Theft of inventory by an employee. B. Forgery of checks by an outsider. C. Loss of money due to a phishing scam. D. Damage to property during a robbery. Answer: A. Theft of inventory by an employee. Explanation: Employee theft coverage specifically addresses losses caused by dishonest acts of employees, such as stealing inventory. Forgery and cyber-related losses, B and C, are typically covered under separate insuring agreements, while property damage, D, is not covered by crime insurance. Question 12. Scenario: Equipment breakdown insurance. A Michigan-based manufacturing plant experiences a boiler explosion, causing damage to the equipment and a temporary shutdown of operations. Which coverage in an equipment breakdown insurance policy would apply? A. Property damage and business income loss. B. Property damage only. C. Business income loss only. D. Neither property damage nor business income loss. Answer: A. Property damage and business income loss. Explanation. Equipment breakdown insurance typically covers both physical damage to the equipment and resulting financial losses, such as business income loss, subject to policy terms. It ensures continuity after unforeseen mechanical or electrical breakdowns. Question 13. Topic: Personal auto insurance. Which of the following situations would not be covered under the liability section of a personal auto policy? PAP. A. The insured accidentally hits a pedestrian while driving. B. The insured damages a neighbor's fence while driving their car. C. A friend borrows the insured's car and causes an accident. D. The insured intentionally drives into another vehicle. Answer: D. The insured intentionally drives into another vehicle. Explanation. The liability section of a PAP covers damages for which the insured is legally responsible due to accidents. Intentional acts are explicitly excluded as they do not constitute accidental occurrences. Question 14. Scenario: Homeowners insurance. Sarah has a standard HO3 homeowners policy. A fire destroys her detached garage and causes minor smoke damage to her house. What coverage applies to the detached garage? A. Coverage dwelling. B. Coverage B. Other structures. C. Coverage C. Personal property. D. No coverage is provided for detached structures. Answer: B. Coverage B. Other structures. Explanation. Coverage B of an HO3 policy specifically provides protection for detached structures such as garages, sheds, or fences. Coverage applies to the main dwelling, and Coverage C covers personal property. Question 15. Topic: Professional liability insurance. Which of the following professions would most likely require errors and omissions? EO insurance. A. A retail store owner. B. A real estate agent. C. A construction worker. D. A delivery driver. Answer: B. A real estate agent. Explanation. EO insurance protects professionals from claims arising out of errors, omissions, or negligence in the services they provide. Real estate agents are particularly vulnerable to such claims due to the advisory nature of their work. Question 16. Topic: Umbrella liability insurance. What is a self-insured retention, sir, in an umbrella liability policy? A. A deductible that the insured must pay before the umbrella policy responds to a claim not covered by underlying policies. B. A limit above which the umbrella policy provides additional coverage. C. The minimum premium required to maintain the umbrella policy. D. A specific exclusion applied to certain types of claims. Answer: A. A deductible that the insured must pay before the umbrella policy responds to a claim not covered by underlying policies. Explanation. SIR functions like a deductible for claims that are covered by the umbrella policy but not by any underlying insurance. The insured must satisfy this retention before the umbrella coverage applies. Question 17. Scenario: Workers' compensation insurance. An employee in Michigan sustains a repetitive strain injury, RSI, from typing for extended periods at work. Which of the following benefits is the employee most likely entitled to under workers' compensation? A. Compensation for pain and suffering. B. Temporary partial disability benefits. C. Unemployment benefits. D. Retirement benefits. Answer: B. Temporary partial disability benefits. Explanation. Workers' compensation provides medical benefits and wage replacement for work-related injuries, including ARSIS. Temporary partial disability benefits compensate employees who can work in a limited capacity during recovery. Pain and suffering A and retirement benefits D are generally not covered. Question 18. Topic: Commercial property insurance. Which of the following is an example of a non-coinsurance clause in a commercial property policy? A. Agreed value clause. B. Replacement cost endorsement. C. Inflation guard provision. D. Business income coverage. Answer: A. Agreed value clause. Explanation. An agreed value clause suspends the coinsurance requirement, ensuring the insured receives full payment up to the agreed value in case of a covered loss. Other options relate to valuation methods or additional coverages. Question 19. Scenario: Business owner's policy. BOP. A small retail store experiences a power outage due to utility company equipment failure, leading to a loss of income. Does this store's BOP provide coverage for the income loss? A. Yes, under business income coverage with no exclusions. B. No, utility service interruptions are excluded. C. Yes, if the BOP includes utility services. Time element endorsement. D. No, BOPs never cover income loss due to power outages. Answer: C. Yes, if the BOP includes utility services. Time element endorsement explanation. Standard BOPS exclude coverage for utility service interruptions unless the utility services. Time element endorsement is added. This endorsement provides coverage for income loss resulting from utility failures. Question 20. Topic: Flood insurance under the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP). What is the standard waiting period for a new flood policy to become effective? A. 10 days, B. 15 days, C. 30 days, D. 60 days. Answer: C. 30 days. Explanation. NFIP policies have a standard 30-day waiting period from the date of purchase before coverage becomes effective, except in certain circumstances like loan closings or policy renewals. Question 21. Topic: Claims handling. Which of the following best describes the duty of an insurance adjuster in handling claims? A. Maximizing the insurance company's profits. B. Acting as an advocate for the insured. C. Investigating claims and determining fair compensation based on the policy terms. D. Ensuring all claims are denied unless proven valid by the insured. Answer: C. Investigating claims and determining fair compensation based on the policy terms. Explanation. The adjuster's primary duty is to investigate claims and ensure fair settlement in accordance with the terms and conditions of the policy. Adjusters must act impartially and ethically. Question 22. Scenario: Personal umbrella insurance. John has a personal umbrella policy with a $1 million limit. He is found liable for an auto accident causing $800,000 in damages, but his underlying auto liability coverage has a limit of $300,000. How much will the umbrella policy pay? A. $800,000, B. $500,000, C. $300,000, D. Nothing. Answer: B. $500,000. Explanation. The umbrella policy covers the amount exceeding the auto policy's $300,000 limit up to its own $1 million limit. Thus, it will pay $500,000 to cover the remaining liability. Question 23. Topic: General liability insurance. Under commercial general liability (CGL) policy, which of the following would not typically be covered? A. Bodily injury caused by the insured's operations. B. Damage to the insured's own property. C. Property damage caused by the insured to a third party. D. Legal defense costs for a covered claim. Answer: B. Damage to the insured's own property. Explanation. CGL policies are designed to cover liability claims made by third parties. Damage to the insured's own property is excluded and would need to be covered under a property policy. Question 24. Scenario: Inland Marine Insurance. A contractor is transporting tools to a job site when they are stolen from his truck. The tools were scheduled on his inland marine policy. How will the claim be handled? A. The claim will be denied because the theft occurred while the tools were unattended. B. The claim will be denied because inland marine policies do not cover tools. C. The loss will be covered because scheduled items are protected against theft. D. The loss will only be partially covered due to a coinsurance penalty. Answer: C. The loss will be covered because scheduled items are protected against theft. Explanation. Inland marine insurance provides coverage for mobile or transportable property, including tools, especially if they are scheduled on the policy. Theft is a covered peril. Question 25. Topic: Auto insurance. What is the primary purpose of uninsured motorist coverage in a personal auto policy? A. To pay for damages to the insured's vehicle caused by an uninsured driver. B. To cover medical expenses for the insured and passengers if hit by an uninsured driver. C. To cover liability claims against the insured by an uninsured driver. D. To pay for towing and roadside assistance. Answer: B. To cover medical expenses for the insured and passengers if hit by an uninsured driver. Explanation. coverage pays for bodily injuries sustained by the insured and their passengers when involved in an accident caused by an uninsured or hit-and-run driver. Vehicle damage is typically covered under collision insurance. Question 26. Scenario: Health insurance. Maria has a health insurance plan with a $2,000 deductible 80/20 coinsurance and a $5,000 out-of-pocket maximum. She incurs $10,000 in medical expenses. How much will Maria pay out of pocket? A. $2,000, B. $3,600, C. $5,000, D. $6,000. Answer: B. $3,600. Explanation. Maria pays the $2,000 deductible first. The remaining $8,000 is subject to 20% coinsurance. $8,000 x 0.2 equals $1,600. Her total out-of-pocket cost is $2,000 plus $1,600 equals $3,600, which is below the $5,000 out-of-pocket maximum. Question 27. Topic: Commercial auto insurance. Which of the following is covered under Symbol 1 in a business auto policy? A. Any auto owned or non-owned. B. Owned autos only. C. Hired autos only. D. Non-owned autos only. Answer: A. Any auto owned or non-owned. Explanation: Symbol 1 provides the broadest coverage in a business auto policy, extending to any auto used in the insured's business, regardless of ownership. Question 20. Scenario: Workers' compensation. An employee is injured while commuting to work in their personal vehicle. Will this injury be covered under workers' compensation? A. Yes, commuting injuries are always covered. B. No, commuting injuries are excluded unless the employee was on a business errand. C. Yes, if the injury occurred during work hours. D. No, unless the injury is life-threatening. Answer: B. No, commuting injuries are excluded unless the employee was on a business errand. Explanation: Workers' compensation generally excludes injuries sustained during a commute unless the employee is performing a work-related task or on a special errand for the employer. Question 29. Topic: Life insurance. What is the primary purpose of a waiver of premium rider in a life insurance policy? A. To provide coverage for accidental death. B. To allow the policyholder to skip premium payments if they become disabled. C. To increase the death benefit automatically over time. D. To provide cash value loans without interest. Answer: B. To allow the policyholder to skip premium payments if they become disabled. Explanation: A waiver of premium rider ensures the policy remains in force without requiring premium payments if the policyholder becomes disabled and unable to work. Question 30. Scenario: Boat owner's insurance. During a storm, a sailboat is damaged while docked at a marina. The owner has a boat owner's policy. What type of coverage would apply? A. Liability coverage. B. Physical damage coverage. C. Medical payments coverage. D. No coverage, as the boat was not in use. Answer: B. Physical damage coverage. Explanation: Physical damage coverage in a boat owner's policy protects against losses to the insured boat, whether in use or docked, caused by covered perils such as storms.